Hi everybody. Today I'm going to read you an extract from this wonderful book, Bountiful, Beautiful, Blissful. It's definitely worth a read if you fancy reading a little about birth, Kundalini yoga and how the two can fit together to provide a beautiful experience for a pregnant and birthing mother. The extract I'm going to read you today is called Strengthening Your Soul. I use this during Shavasana sometimes during my pregnancy yoga classes, particularly the class that I name Harnessing Your Inner Warrior. It's really empowering and strengthening, and the women I read this to seem to love it, so I thought I'd share. Sit back, close your eyes if it's comfortable to do so, and just listen to these beautiful words. Think of pregnancy as a boot camp for your soul, a time when you will be conditioning for the challenge of labour and the ongoing challenge of motherhood. The difference between military boot camp and pregnancy boot camp is one prepares you for opposition or war, and the other prepares you for surrender, love. If you want a birth that can go beyond drugs, if you want a birth where you are present, you have to revamp your body and your mind. Everybody is afraid. That's not very original, but it's what are you going to do about it? We have to do the clearing. Make no mistake, labour is a challenge. It is work. There's a saying amongst people in India that goes, while a man fights in the open with a sword and spear, a woman battles in the dark behind closed doors. I sometimes think that what really creates the greatest challenge during labour is that pregnancy comes after years and years of habit about how we relate to our minds and our bodies. Think about the most challenging thing you have ever had to deal with. Where did your mind go? Did you run away, cry, freak out, get angry? All of the above, maybe. You need to explore how your mind relates to the challenges you face in everyday life. Birthing is like climbing Mount Everest. For one, you need a guide that you trust and who knows the way. And two, you need to be in condition. There is no magic route and there is no magic position that will give you the best labour, because everyone will experience it differently. There is a magic, and it's found in a woman's ability to focus. There is an old Asian expression that goes, a focused mind can cut through steel. Think of the martial artist who with the strike of one hand can cut through a stack of bricks. If you have no practice that allows you to develop that focus, you can have a runaway mind, just like the horse who decides to gallop back to the stable, takes the bit between his teeth and off he goes. If you go through labour and you have no idea of the vastness of your spirit, you could be very afraid indeed. You have to have an experience of your vastness before you have to call upon it, just as a tennis player has to practice before playing at Wimbledon. Don't depend only on your mind to get you through. It's not enough. You cannot birth your baby with intellect. Either you are the victim, the prisoner of your mind, or you can be the ruler of your mind. Being the ruler is the glory and the victory of labour. Having a baby is a lot like being a marathon runner or an Olympic ice skater, because it's not just the physical process, it's mental and emotional as well. Making the commitment to have all three of those aspects of your being in the best shape you can will allow your spirit to soar. Remember, you are the strongest you have ever been. You are the most intuitive. You are the most flexible. We live in a culture that has made tremendous leaps in the last 100 years in terms of technology, but too often that has worked to weaken our spirit, weaken our minds, and weaken our bodies. We used to chop wood if we wanted fuel to be warm in the winter, Now we only have to flip a switch and miraculously we are warm, even when a blizzard rages out of doors. Let our pregnancies be the time for us to take our power back and remember who we are again, part of a long, golden lineage of women who have throughout millennia had the strength to survive and thrive. We are strong, we are women. The definition of discipline is training that develops self-control and character. Use that discipline now while you are pregnant, and it will take you through labour and into parenting. It is our responsibility and gift as parents to teach our children so they will grow up with self-discipline. When they carry it inside themselves, they will not need to search for strength and solutions outside of themselves. You have this discipline inside you now. We must be flexible, so much space in our thoughts, our bodies and our minds, which is exactly what it takes to grow a baby. Never stretch your body so far that you hurt yourself, but do stretch your mind and your spirit further than you ever thought you could possibly go before, because that's exactly what will be asked of you to do in labour and in your life as a mother. The length of that stretch is infinite. In the 60s, when I first started doing yoga, the big thing was to call women chicks. We called ourselves chicks. When I started to study Kundalini yoga and meditation, my teacher, Yogi Bardhan, always reminded us, you're not chicks, you're eagles and you can soar. And so we did.